What's up, guys? ToadSlayer72 here. Before I get going, I just want to apologize in advance about any coughing that I might do. Coming off of a cold and I have this lingering, annoying cough. And I apologize because I know it is annoying to hear. But anyway, my new bait here I just got today, I'm excited about. It's my first slalom style bait. It's the Deps 250 slide swimmer. It's all the rage right now. These style of baits are all the rage in the big bait world. I'll talk about that in a second, but I'll give you some specs here first. The 250 in the name is its measurement in millimeters, which, you know, you see that a lot in those Japanese baits. But 250 millimeters converts over to 9.84 inches. I measured it myself just from the nose of the bait to the tip of the tail, and I came up with 9 5/8. So we're within that range. And the weight, it's listed at 6.5 ounces. On my scale, I got it bouncing back between 6.2, 6.4. My scale weighs in 0.2 increments, you know, between 0 and 2 pounds, so that's why the 0.2, 0.4. But again, it's right in that range. This color is Biwa Masu. If I'm pronouncing that right, I may not be. I'm not that knowledgeable on those Japanese colors, really. I don't even know what that is. I'm guessing it's just some sort of fish, you know, either bait fish or a trout or something over there, whether it's in Lake Biwa or just in Japan in general. But it's a pretty basic color. Light belly, gray side, like a green pumpkin, dark greenish back, and it's got some marks here, like some pattern. Looks pretty cool. Could definitely pass for a lot of different fish, you know, just basic color, and I'm cool with that. So the hardware is solid. I'm going to be swapping the split rings like I always do, but I think I'm going to keep these hooks. These are those saltwater style hooks. They look kind of like the ST66s. I'm not saying that's what they are, or even that they're that heavy duty, but they're heavy duty enough, and I like the red feathers. I think I'm going to keep them. Obviously, you can swap them out. But this style of bait, man, is blowing up big time with the trophy hunters out west, and those guys in Japan have been doing it for a while. You know, that's nothing new. You know, if you want to be on the cutting edge, you need to be paying attention to the guys in Japan and the guys in California. I'm sure they go back and forth mimicking each other or copying what each other are doing, but on this one, the Japanese were rocking this for a while, this style bait, at least how I understand it. But it's just a basic, you know, big plug with a single joint in it. And what they have, as far as I know, is the action. It's just got like a walk the dog, roll or wobble to it under the water. But what it does, I think, and this is what I'm really interested in seeing and working, is when you stall it, you know, leave some slack in the line, this thing will just glide in that direction. And I'm really excited about that because that's a cool thing, you know. That's real looking. And I just like the idea that, you know, you see fish do that, they'll shoot around and poof, they just stop, you know, and just slide. So I'm hoping that I can get this bait to do that. This particular one, you know, the design of it, the Deps, the 250 here, it's got this hard shell. It's like a hard plastic, you know, it's a hard bait, you know, but it's got this plastic sleeve on here, and underneath it, it's like a foil tape almost, I guess, and this just covers it and kind of subdues that color. And this is transparent, but it also has like a hue of the color that it's supposed to be on this plastic too. It's good looking. It does look real. I mean, it's not hyper realistic, but it's got a nice real profile, and obviously the fish like it because those guys are killing them out there on these style baits. You know, there's a lot of other ones out there, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. I'm sure everybody and their brother is scrambling to make their own version of the slalom bait. There's a few that I know about, like some low-key guys that are making them that I want to check out maybe, and then there's some big names. This is one of the big ones. Roman made. Regal's got one. I'm sure, you know, there's a lot of ones that I'm not even talking about, or that I know about even, and then all the other small guys that are making them. But Butch Brown he's a Deps. He's got the Deps. You know, he's got his own version of it. And if you don't know who Butch Brown is, then stop this video right now and go search Butch Brown on YouTube, and after your life has been altered, then come back and watch my cheesy video if you want. But anyway, yeah, Butch Brown's bait's got his own exclusive colors, and he's got it tuned a little differently, I guess, with the weights. Maybe it puts off a little different feel, or has a slightly different roll to it, or whatever. But speaking of feel, I think, you know, what's often overlooked in fishing, and it's something that I always believed to some degree or another, or, you know, at least to some degree I always thought about this, but more so lately, and it's been confirmed a lot more lately with some of the things I've been reading and hearing guys talk about, and that is the feel, you know, the signature that a bait leaves in the water. And I think that's probably what this bait is doing. It's putting off, you know, by that different movement it has, I think it's putting off a feel that the fish just zero in on. And you know, Southern Trout Eaters, you heard Hellison talking about that. And you know, I've heard it other places, and I've read it in Fisherman. Just recently I read another article. I read them talk about it before too, but I just read an article a couple days ago, and they really emphasized how, you know, the fish will use its vision and, you know, hearing and get all these cues, but it'll close on a bait, and when it gets to it, it does its final analysis with its lateral line, and if everything feels right, that seals the deal. And I'm sure there are certain feels that not only seal the deal, but really make them want to crush something, you know, that really triggers something. So that could be what these baits are doing. You know, there's baits out there that, you know, you look at them and you're like, what's the deal? Why is this so effective? But I think that's why. They just feel right to the fish, and that's something that shouldn't be overlooked. You know, you got a basic plain bait. You might have to go by other people's experiences to gain faith in them. But that's what I'm doing here with this style of bait. I haven't thrown this. I don't know anything about them, like, except for what I've been reading lately. So I'm excited though, and I think that's probably what's helping this bait a lot, is its unique action is putting off a unique, realistic feel. Because there's no question guys are crushing fish on this style of bait. I don't think it's just an out west thing. Like I said, they've been doing it in Japan. Now they're doing it out west, and I'm sure there's a lot of people everywhere. As the popularity grows, at least amongst the trophy hunters, big bait fishermen. I don't follow tournament fishing. I don't know what those guys are doing, but whether you follow it or not, you get exposed to a lot of what's popular or trendy. And I haven't seen anything regarding these style baits. Maybe they can't do it in a 5-inch version, you know. Maybe it just doesn't work. I don't know, but believe me, when they start standing on the podium, then you'll be hearing about them. Maybe they never will. Maybe it's just a big bait thing, and I'm cool with that. So there's the Deps 250 slide swimmer. Hopefully I'll get out in a couple days here and get some footage on the water. It might take me a little while to work this thing and get it working right, you know, as far as my retrieve and how I, you know, handle the rod and stuff like that. I have no problem with that, and there's subtleties that might need to be learned, so the video might not come as soon as I'd like it to, but I will get one up, hopefully, and let you see it. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.